Okay, so now that we're live on YouTube, I need to explain a few things about Talk and Talk. So we are a conversation platform where you can schedule meetings in a lot of languages. Today we're speaking in English about censorship. So let's start with the first question. Actually, it's not a question, it's a statement, and you need to tell me if you agree or not, okay? And why. So the statement is, censorship, like charity, should begin at home. But unlike charity, it should end there. Do you agree with the statement? Why? Why not? If you couldn't get it that clearly, just tell me, okay? So, Marcio, do you agree with the statement?
I'm sorry, Giovanna. My connection is bad here. I lost the beginning, the information.
And it's as a statement, and then you need to tell me if you agree or not. It's like this. Censorship, like charity, should begin at home, but unlike charity, it should end there. Do you agree with it?
Yeah, I agree about the statement.
And why do you agree? It's not I agree only. You need to explain why.
I think about it because I think is the light about the subject is I agree. I don't speak more.
Okay, I'll accept that. So let's go to the next one. Rosalia, do you agree with the statement?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know when I'm right, but I think at home you need to learn to be carryable, but to wind your thoughts, I think it's a little bit complicated because you need to have a free expression. You need to have your thoughts. You need to you need to accept another ideas and to give your ideas. Then you are stop it, your thoughts, you stop your actions. I think it's difficult to live.
Perfect. Okay. And you, Mariana, do you agree with the statement?
Yes, I agree. The party that is need to start at home and continue for your life because you need to be lovely with the other peoples. And the censorship, I don't think this is valid for anyone. I thought everyone can do everything you want, but I just think if you don't hurt anybody, it's valid to be yourself, you know. Just,
Perfect. Nice.
just be you and don't hurt anyone. It's valid for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I think like my mom always taught me like that. Our right ends when the other right starts. Né? Nós direito acaba quando o outro começa, né? So we can do whatever we want. We can say whatever we want, unless it doesn't harm the other, right? So I think like this. I totally agree with you. So let's go to question number 2. What types of censorship can you think of? Let's start with you, Rosalia. What types of... Rosalia, close the camera. I don't know if you're there, but what types of censorship can you think of?
I'm here. I'm trying to pass a little camera
Okay.
on my face. Okay. In this moment, I'm trying to think about that. But I think a little bit about political, religion. Oh my gosh, it's difficult to think about censorship. Even in Portuguese, imagine in English. But I think there are so much kind of education, economy, self-censorship. I don't know. There are so much, but in this moment I can speak a lot so much about that.
Okay,
I want
perfect.
to listen to.
Okay. And you, Márcio, what types of censorship can you think of?
So I agree with Rosalia about politics and religion. Another censorship nowadays about sexual orientation. I forgot in English this name about the LGBTQIA+. I this moment is talk a lot about this topic. I see censorship disclose another people. In another situation about express your opinion. I see in inside the internet about the people talk a lot about express your opinion is censorship. In the past, exists a lot about the I forgot English, ditadura. Another country exists a lot because this ditadura here in Brazil not exist ditadura, but several cases I see this difficulty to express your opinion. I see exist yet here in Europe. I believe it is types of censorship. I remember now.
Perfect. Yeah, there are a lot of them, right? But I would like to see what you guys were going to say. And you, Mariana, what types of censorship can you think of?
I agree with the others said, but I thought the principle is the religion, sexual opinion, politics, the principle censorship we have in these days. We can express our real opinion about these principal topics.
Yeah, I've seen some cases of censorship. And when I last year, no, it was 2020, I think, happened the Bienal in Rio, and then there all of the books related to LGBT community were censored by the governor. And then I was there when it happened. I saw a lot of police officers entering like to grab books. And it was a little bit crazy. It was an experience that I thought I wouldn't present, né? Eu achei que eu ia presenciar uma situação dessa, but I did. And it happens until today, right? Sometimes it happens. I won't say it's cool, because I don't think it is. But yeah, and there are a lot. Besides the sexual orientation that all of you mentioned, we also have the political expression and censorship. A lot of people can't tell their opinion, and a lot of them. So let's go to question number 3. This is an expression.
Giovanna, I would like to comment one happening. The last Monday is Valentine's Day. I see in the internet several couples LGBTQIA+ in the internet, but I go out with my wife one restaurant here. There several couples inside, men with men, girl with girl, it's normal nowadays, but in the internet or in the television, I see several cases about censorship this community.
Yeah, no, that's true. I can until today they suffer a lot of prejudice because of their sexual orientation, right? And I know it's not right, of course, but it happens until today. And then we see a lot of advertisements related only to couples that are a woman and a man. It's always like that. But it's sad, but it's true, right? It happens. So let's go to question number 3. Number 3 is an expression, see the whole picture. We have this expression in Portuguese too. And then you need to explain to me, what does that mean? What does to see the whole picture mean? Like, because sometimes, for example, here in Brazil, when we had a law related to censorship, they said that we need to see the whole picture. It's the explanation for censorship. And then I would like to ask you, what does see the whole picture mean? So let's start with you, Mariana. What does see the whole picture mean, in your opinion?
I was thinking about this question. I don't know if I can explain in English, but I thought it's would be see the all opinions in all situations or define some rules or I don't know. I can explain, but it's a short answer. But I can say any more things about this question.
No, don't worry. That's it. Don't worry about it. So let's see. Rosalia, what does to see the whole picture mean for you?
I'm here thinking about that, but I think it's more or less all the news that you listen to have another side. It's not a real happiness. I think it's that when you listen to something, that another side. It's not all the picture.
Perfect. Okay. And you, Márcio, what does to see the whole picture mean for you?
So I think about it is necessary to know about happening this moment, for example, not judice. You know about have this moment about for example discuss two person the motivate one person, the motivate another person, and the happening in the past the arrival by this discussion. I believe is necessary you know more about happening for express your opinion. I think.
Okay, perfect. That's it. By this expression, I understand basically the same thing as you guys. Like, we need to see the whole picture, right? So it's not like a part of it. When someone says that something is wrong, we need to hear their explanation and then also hear explanation of someone who thinks that thing is right. We need to hear everyone so we can know everyone's opinion and see what do we think. Because sometimes we only create our opinions looking at one side. I guess we need to know everything and then we choose, right? I guess we need to see the whole picture for every decision. So let's go to question number 4. Which countries have the strictest forms of censorship? Why do you think that happens? So let's do like this. Each one of you need to mention one country. Okay, so everyone has one to talk about it, okay? Because if I ask someone first and then they say all the countries that have strict forms, it won't last for the others, right? So let's start with you, Rosalia. Which countries have the strictest forms of censorship? Why do you think that happens? Mention only one country, okay?
Oh my gosh. I'm thinking about China. I think Korea, China.
Only one country.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it's about the time. I think it's time that I had see some news about that. The one boy that had visited, then make some video, but he needed to make this video hide the authorization, because there you can make video, you can record something about the political, about everything there.
Perfect. So Rosalia mentioned China, right? So let's see others. Marcio, which countries have the strictest forms of censorship? You can't say China and say only one, okay?
Okay, in my opinion, Russia. I forgot the pronunciation in English, Russia, because this moment about the war with Ukraine, the population not know about this happening in the television. For example, I see another day in the television not show about the war with Ukraine inside the Russia. This happening is the censorship, because in more 1 year about the war, I believe inside the country exists people not happen in the neighborhood. Is a complicated situation, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've seen some cases like that. I've read like they not that they don't know about the war, they know, but television doesn't show to them like what is really happening, because like Russia was the one who started, right? So for them, it's everything fine. It's not, right? But they started, so for them it's fine. And you, Mariana, which countries have the strictest forms of censorship? Why do you think that happens?
North Korea. I saw some videos about this country. I don't know what the name, but the president keep the people close in your country for don't see the others country, for the people stay there and follow his rules. I don't know, something like this is difficult for when people get out from there. And if you go to there to visit or do some tourism, depends of the thing you do, you can be there for your life, because have a much censorship there. Just that.
No, it's a really strict country. That's true.
Yeah.
No, there are a lot. All of you mentioned Asian countries, right? China, North Korea, and Russia. But we had a lot in Middle Eastern, and Oriente Médio, because of their religion. They had a lot of censorship too. Like we could see on Qatar during the World Cup. You can't drink on the streets. You can't be gay there. You can't do a lot of things there. In Saudi Arabia, né, Arábia Saudita, all those Muslim countries, né, they had a lot of censorship because of their culture, right? So it's like all of those countries that you mentioned, they are related to politics. They censor because of politics, and those in Middle Eastern, they censor because of culture. So each one there has their reasons, right? So let's go to question number 5. Which forms of censorship do you agree with? Because everyone agrees in one kind of censorship. For example, I agree in one kind of censorship that I think we can't show violence for kids. And that's a kind of censorship. If we can't show something to someone, it's a censorship, right? So I agree with that. I don't like to show violence to kids. I think they're too young to know about violence. So like, I don't think cartoons should have a lot of violence. Or like, we know that cartoons they have like Pica-Pau, Papaléguas, but I don't think they should have a lot of violence. I don't think that's right. So that's a kind of censorship that I support. But that's, of course, my opinion. I don't like it. And you, Márcio, which forms of censorship do you agree with and why? If you don't agree with none, you can say it. There's no problem.
Okay. I remember now about you said the cartoon and the pica-pau use, I forgot the name, cigarro. In your cartoon, cigarette in your cartoon is normal. Character. I forgot the name of the personagem. Use cigarette in this cartoon. In my opinion, about the forms of censorship, I agree about conteúdo sexual. For example, soap opera. The time 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Because nowadays the children watch the television in different moments. This censorship, I agree about you say the violence and the I forgot
sexual content.
Thank you, Jovan. Sexual content because the children watch the programs. Nowadays, about community LGBTQIA+, is show a lot in the television. The children watch, but I believe it is the work your father and mother orientation about in the futuro, but this content sexual, I agree not show in the time during the day.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. And you, Mariana, which forms of censorship do you agree with?
I agree with the traffic censorship because, for example, the people drink and go to drive. Censorship for who stole or kill who kill. And stuff like this, they're normal rules, I thought this censorship is for we live in a great society, this type of the rules, it's necessary for us.
Mm-hmm. So this censorship would be more like for us to not see what happened or for them to not be shown, não mostrar quem fez ou para a gente não saber o que aconteceu. Eu fiquei meio perdido.
Eu também fiquei agora.
Eu não entendi muito bem. Tipo assim, é que você falou uma censura para quem mata alguém ou faz alguma coisa errada.
Não, sim.
Isso.
Sim.
Aí seria, tipo assim, a censura para não mostrar na televisão o que eles fizeram, ou uma censura para não mostrar, tipo, quem fez?
Uma censura para... Não sei. Na verdade, eu estava pensando nessa pergunta como uma forma de censura é as leis normais, né? Por exemplo, você não pode matar, isso é uma forma de censura. Mas é uma censura, teoricamente, minha opinião, boa, porque a gente precisa dessas leis de tráfico, ou de trânsito, aí o tráfico, de trânsito para quem rouba, para quem mata, para a gente ter uma ótima sociedade, uma vivência. Porque é uma forma de não censura no contexto de mostrar na TV ou na internet, é uma forma de censurar a pessoa que quer fazer alguma coisa. Entendeu? Porque no meu, posso estar errado, mas meu conceito é A censura é a pessoa querer fazer alguma coisa e vir uma pessoa e podar ela ali, né? Então, a mesma pessoa sabendo que isso não é legal para com as outras pessoas, tem gente que gosta de fazer isso, tem gente que, entendeu? Era mais
No, yes,
nesse
yes.
contexto. Desculpa se eu fugi um
No.
pouco aí da pergunta.
No. I was just asking to confirm, para confirmar. Porque eu gosto de
Yeah.
entender o que vocês estão falando também, né? Aí eu só perguntei para confirmar, mas tá, não relaxa.
Yeah.
And you, Rosalia, which forms of censorship do you agree with? And why?
Yeah, I agree with Mariana because there are some censorship that you need to have in the society. And another, like Marcia said, the content that shows your sexual life in the TV, I think it's don't need to be shows all the time in the novels and some videos, some news, all the time you show your sexual life. It's don't matter for nothing. Then the parent is at home that to orientation your children don't need to have some channel to learn to teach your children. I think this kind of things, like in this last week, there are so much shows in the TV about the LGBT more, I don't know so much to think to talking about that because there are parada gay, I don't know, that are show so much things about that, about the religion, they don't respect them about that. I think it's not real. You don't need to be shows all the time.
Perfect.
Because
Okay.
I think it's more or less like a provocation for religion. Yeah.
No, of course. I guess there are wrong ways to show your opinions in both sides. Because sometimes when we say that they are doing something wrong, we're being homophobes or something like that. But it's not. If you're not respecting someone else's religion, like you don't need to believe on that religion, but you can disrespect, right? So if you're disrespecting someone else's religions, I think you're totally wrong. And I don't see a problem like in gay parade or all those things. I just see a problem if they're disrespecting someone, right? And that's it. I was in a gay parade. I am not gay, but I was in one. But the ones that I go, it's like normal. No one do anything with no religion. It's really like normal. And every year I go to the gay parade, but I am not gay, but I go because my friends are. So let's go to question number 6. What is self-censorship? When you censor yourself, what is that? Like, how can you do that? For example, I censor myself sometimes because I like to, sometimes when I am with my friends, I curse, né? I curse, I falo palavrão, né? Because I am with my friends. So it's something normal. It's not that often, but sometimes I do. But I work as a teacher. So when I am inside a classroom, I can't do that. So sometimes I need to censor myself because sometimes it almost comes out, but I need to censor myself and say, no, I can't. So it's a kind of self-censorship because I can't do that. I am working. So it's a kind of censorship. And for you, Mariana, what is self-censorship?
Yeah, it is censor your own behavior or words or writings. I don't know. I'm always blame myself. I always blame myself because I'm considered a person much happy and sometimes it's not the time for do some jokes. And depends of the person who I was talking. I keep my meu jeito for the place or situation or something like this.
Perfect. And for you, Matthew, what is self-censorship?
So, in my opinion, I believe about the Chinese timidez. This is a form about the self-censorship because the people suffer about shyness, not to express your opinion, not talk about your feelings. I believe this is one form, the self-censorship, because in the college, in the work, the person suffers shyness, like to stay, for example, not show your face, not to participate the group, and another thing, I believe is one form the self-censorship. This situation about the China.
Perfect. Yeah. And for you, Rosalia, what is self-censorship?
For me, I think it's more or less the same like Mar said, because I consider myself a shy person. Depending on the situation, I'm trying to realize that the word that I'm saying, because all the time I'm trying to me policiar the thing that I'm doing, because I wanted to show for my family good example. Like since they was a kid, then I continue doing the same. Then I think it's like more or less the censorship about myself.
Yeah. I've never thought as shyness as a kind of censorship, but now that Matthew and Rosalia said, it makes sense, right? Because you're kind of censoring yourself from the world, right? It's not that it's a bad thing, just that it's a kind of censorship, right?
I've never had thinking about the censorship about the shyness, but now Marcia said that I'm thinking about, I think it's more or less this, but I think when you are more shy, you don't give all your opinion, but you are thinking about the another ideas, then it's not so censorship, but yeah, can be.
I've never thought about it. It's nice to see this point of view too. Different. Perfect. So let's go to question number 7. What were you censored from as a child? Do you think your parents or guardians were protecting or controlling you? Because everyone was censored from something as a child. For example, I was censored from violence. That's why I don't like violence for kids. My mom, she didn't like kids to have guns as toys, né? Tipo, arminha de brinquedo, né? She didn't like it. And then I could never had one. And I was sad because all of my friends, they had, and I couldn't have the water gun, a arminha de água, podia ter. And I was censored from that. But it was her way to protect me from a kind of violence, because guns, they were violent. They are violent for kids, right? And then it was a form of censorship, but I think she was protecting me from that. And also a lot of things like sexual content or soap operas I couldn't see, of course, and a lot of things like movies and things for adults. Then, and you, Rosalia, what were you censored from as a child? Do you think your parents were protecting or controlling you?
Yeah. I had 7 siblings. That is difficult for my parents to control everything that you are doing. But my parents never had give for my brother, for us, to this kind of toys, like a gun, like the things that you use to fight. Then that I make the same for my children. I've never had buy this kind of toys for my children, but I don't know. I think it's more or less about the words, the bad words, the fights, this kind of thing. But I think I'm not prejudiced about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you mentioned about words, and that's also true. I was censored from curse words, né? In my house, nobody could say curse words. Ninguém podia falar palavrão, não. Falei muito velha. Because my mom said she would pass pepper in my mouth if I said a curse word inside my house.
At the night, I remember at the night, my father put all the children around him and talking about the word that is, you are thinking about that, you are talking about that, then to give some corrections. I don't know.
Yeah. No, we need to be careful. Also, because children, they don't know how to differentiate where they can say curse words and where they can't, right? So if you say to a kid, this word, okay, and then the kid can go to school and say this thing to a friend, and then can say, kids are terrible.
It's not about the one word or another. It's like because one say some words to provoke some fights. Then
yeah, that's true. That's
a little war.
Yeah, no, they need to be censored from that. I totally agree. And for you, Márcio, what were you censored from as a child? Do you think your parents were protecting or controlling you?
Yeah, in my case, I suffer censorship about my mother. I believe is about control because I got reach a lot. Another moment is normal. The mother reach in your song, in your shout, in your view. Nowadays, it's different because forgot the name. Conselho tutelar and another things. I remember now another situation about the school when the teacher is necessary silence in the class. The teacher shoot out in your students about silence is the form I believe about the censorship, but nowadays I don't know about work out moment. In the past is normal. The teacher should out one specific student or in the class, every class about the situation, the noise and another things. This moment, I know I suffered a lot in the past.
Yeah, no, it's nowadays I can say it's really common to see teachers shouting inside the classroom, because if we don't shout, we can't do our job. It's like that. So it's normal.
So I can add something. I remember now my parents don't laugh. My sister and I use some shorts and skirt because when you are together with them, we can use it, shorts and skirt. But when you are alone, don't. But now I'm thinking about that is one form of protection, because you are human, alone between another person, another children. Then in this time, it's the form to protect us. I think it's protect.
Yeah.
Usar shorts ou sainhas sozinhas, pensava que podia ter problema.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is sad, right? Because people should use what they want. And the world is a bad place, right?
But I think all the children is the same, because to go to the school with the same clothes, same pants.
They wear uniforms.
Uniform, and
Perfect. And for you, Mariana, what were you censored from as a child? Do you think they were protecting or controlling you?
I don't know, but my parents wouldn't let me watch TV or movies or something like that, because they are Christians, and that they think that could be affect our relation with God. So me and my brothers go to the neighborhood for watching TV. I don't know if this is a protecting or controlling, because in these days I don't think this could be defined or relationship with God, and I believe they don't think like that anymore. So
I've never heard such a thing, like you can watch TV
Yeah.
because it will affect your relation with God. Never
It's
heard
like
this.
it's like let me sin. It's like sin for God, sin for God. So I still Christian. I believe in God. I go to the church, but I don't think these things can broke our relationship with God or something like this.
Perfect. Okay, guys.